I'm very pleased to say, having thanked the two speakers for their remarkable contributions this evening, to say that they have agreed to take a limited number of questions. And I'd like to ask the first questioner, Nadia Ahmed from Glasgow, UNA, to put a question.
Good evening. The Secretary-General mentioned the ongoing negotiations to create a new Human Rights Council. What changes are required to make the new council an improvement in comparison to the existing Commission on Human Rights?
I'm going to be good. No, I was going to, let me say that the current Human Rights Commission has been discredited to a great extent. It's been politicized. In fact, sometimes governments join the council not to promote the human rights of others or the people, but to ensure that they are not condemned by the commission. And at the end of the day, when they have fought each other, protecting each other, or trying to accuse each other, it's very difficult to find the rights and the peoples whose interests they are there to defend. The new Human Rights Council, and the Commission meets only 6 weeks a year. The Human Rights Council will meet throughout the year. It will have the right to intervene or sound the alarm in cases where there are gross and systematic abuse of human rights. It would also have the mandate to look at human rights record of any of the members. In fact, I have suggested they should start with those who are fighting to serve on the new council. They should start reviewing their own records and then move on to the others. This will also remove the accusations of selectivity. I recall Human Rights Commission sent a delegation, a rapporteur actually, to United States to look into capital punishment. And former Senator Helms was very upset, said, why are they doing this? Do they think we are some sort of banana republic? This is the United States. But of course, if you set up this new system, they have the right to look at everyone's record. But I think the most important thing is we also hope that we'll be able to raise the level of participation in the council by insisting that to get elected, you need 2/3 vote in the General Assembly. As it works now, we have a regional distribution of the positions, and if a region has 2 seats and they put forward two countries, they go in automatically. Under the new system, even if a region puts them up, they need to garner 2/3 of the General Assembly support. Otherwise, they do not get in, and the region will have to submit, make a fresh submission. So I think these things should be able to help us. Thank you.
The second questioner, Richard Bartlett from Harrogate UN Association.
The Secretary-General, in his speech, urged the international community to act swiftly and decisively under the responsibility to protect principle in respect of Darfur. Should this principle be invoked in the cases of the Congo and Rwanda?
Yes, you heard what I said about Darfur. In Congo, we are already on the ground. We have about 17,000 troops, and we had hoped to get more, which the member states have not been able to oblige us. We are working out arrangements with the European Union where they are setting up this rapid reaction force. What we are doing is work out a standby arrangements with them so that if we need additional support, they will come in and support us, just as Britain did in Sierra Leone when the peacekeepers got into trouble. Northern Uganda is is now on the radar. For a long time it was ignored. There is a serious humanitarian situation there. And it is also important to know that the head of the Lord's Resistance movement is one of those accused by the International Criminal Court. So they are seeking to arrest him and put him on trial. So even though we haven't sent in peacekeepers, we are taking action. We are active on the humanitarian front. We are trying to make those who committed these atrocities accountable. And I hope in time I will not exclude that in time the organization may want to do more.
Thank you. Let me just say, in addition to what Kofi said, that the work of the International Criminal Court runs in parallel to this very important extension of the jurisprudence of the Security Council of the UN, that it should intervene where the responsibility to protect has been broken by a sovereign member state. So what you now have, in place of the old sort of Westphalian idea that what goes on inside a state is nothing to do with anybody else, provided it doesn't threaten any other state, is first of all this concept of the state's responsibility to protect, qualifying, as it were, an absolute view of sovereignty, and alongside that, an individual responsibility, which is placed on individuals inside those governments and others, not to commit international crimes, which could bring them before the International Criminal Court if their own local courts prove ineffective. And one of the other good things that happened last year was that we actually made the ICC operational in respect of Sudan, and managed to get through the Security Council after a lot of negotiation, but that's what it's there for, a mandate for the ICC or for the investigator into crimes committed or alleged to have been committed in the Sudan to refer those who regard as indictees to the International Criminal Court.